Well, we said it before that the floodgates were going to open for the Sooners, and here we are. Another commitment. Oklahoma gets a commitment from a 3-star corner out of California that, of course, got your boy excited. Told you another one's coming today. I expect another one tomorrow. We'll dive into who we think's coming next. But let's talk about Derrick Johnson II. Before we do that, welcome to Unfair Sports. I'm your host, Jay. Thank y'all for pulling up to the channel. Look, we were talking about Oklahoma need to be getting some momentum here in this 2026 class. And yeah, we're starting to see that. This is the 10th member of the recruiting class, 5th on defense, as we've been seeing a bunch of defensive players come through. Noah Betts kind of broke that up with his commitment, but Oklahoma's now on the run. Now, do not get twisted. This is not it for Oklahoma. This is just the beginning. It's the beginning of the landslide. The biggest recruiting weekend is still June 20th, which would be Champion Barbecue. That's when you're going to see all the big-time players there. You have 5-star Jay Cruel to go along with a nice list of top-tier blue-chip players that Oklahoma definitely is going after. But we're not going to sneeze on this one when it comes to Derrick Johnson II, because not only does it come from a former NFL player, Derrick Johnson Sr., who played for the 49ers, college at Washington, Oklahoma was able to bring another California player to the middle of the country. Let's look at his measurables. Let's look at the film. Let's talk about why I'm actually pretty excited about what Derrick has to offer. All right, Derrick comes in measuring 6'2", about 170 pounds, 3-star out of Murrieta, California. Top 500 player in the country. No, he's not going to give you the overall craziness that you guys are hoping for of getting these massive, every single 5-star that exists. But Derrick holds his own. Like one player y'all were all excited about, I remember in the comments, Collin, who was a 3-star, very high 3-star, similar to Derrick. Hey, Derrick reminds me of that. And when I watch Derrick Johnson play, the thing that jumps out to me is dude likes to hit. So we'll look at the film, but shout out to my guy, Collin over there at 247. As Sooners Illustrated dropped a nice article about this. And one of the things he jumped out was he actually committed on his visit. Look, I did not expect him to be one to commit. I actually thought that he was kind of a long shot, even though I know Oklahoma wanted him because he's a big body corner. 6'2", 170 pounds. 6'2" corners is what we all want, right? Every single one of y'all. I mean, it's funny because I had so many of y'all were naysayers when it came to, and I'm not saying everybody, I'm just saying some of you all were, when it came to Eli Bowen getting picked up. Yes, he's 5'9", he's a shorter corner, but then he became a freshman All-American, and now everybody's like, he better be on the field all the time, blah, blah, blah. Everybody changes their tune when they see the players on the field. Totally understand that. Well, Derrick is going to be one of those similar, just like Collin. He's a dog. He likes to hit. And so, CK, I put the article in the description for you all to read, but he committed on the visit. So some others, I think, committed with him. So the expectation is you're probably going to see a couple more over the next day or two. So keep your eyes open for that. But Oklahoma won this recruitment over Washington, UCLA, Utah, Kansas, TCU. I think BYU was in the mix at one point. But the kid is good. Talented, multi-sport player. And he also does track. So he played wide receiver. Also runs track. So you get a massive combo of a player that plays both sides of the ball and understands what to do. But the film itself gives you a different story. He likes to hit people. And every single one of y'all loves the fact that we're going after corners that are not only bigger, but are very physical. And that's the type of players you need going into the SEC, right? You know, we won the services of Tristan Haynes, who was a big target for Georgia. And we actually thought he was going to leave the state, thought he was going to be like, I'd rather be out of state, do something different. Won his services. Now you get Derrick to go along with those last three with Malik Hawkins, as well as Collin and Tristan Haynes. So 4 really solid, nice-sized corners going into the SEC is what you need. And he has great awareness, does a great job of pursuit with the ball. Again, he likes to hit people, which is what we need in the corner position. That's probably been the one where we spent the most time with getting transfers. But I expect that to change right now. I expect that now the development's going to show You should see more healthy guys. You got more bodies. And all they need to do is show us that they're at the point that they're ready to play. I think that you're going to see some, like I said, some big time stuff here. I like what I saw out of Derrick when I watched the film. He was one player that made me say, I am so glad Jay Valot picked him up. Let me know what y'all think. Hop in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. That's a big win to me. I mean, a lot of you all may not feel that way. I saw some of y'all in the comments about Matthew Nelson and the naysaying. Look, it's not going to be everything y'all want day one. We are just now jumping into getting our commitments and everything. And believe me, I know big name players that are also on the list that Oklahoma is playing in the sandbox with. We're allocating the budget, the $20 million we're going to have to spend plus the NIL stuff. Oklahoma has a plan. That's why you saw Jim Nagy with his front office. My video on that will drop tomorrow. We'll talk through it. But for Oklahoma to be successful long term, they're going to have to get a combination of players that can be developed and a combination of players that are elite already. But we all know it's hard to know who's elite until you get them on campus and you get them on the field. I'm just telling you now. I know that there's a plan in place. So with this class, you got 10 commits, still questionable on 2 with Jaden O'Neal and Daniel Odom. Not sure how that's going to go. I'm still on the O'Neal as quarterback here. Some of y'all basically told me y'all don't see it happening. It's okay. We can believe whoever we believe. I'm still in the camp of that. We'll see what happens over the next few because we're waiting on really a lot more of the big fish. And Oklahoma is in on big fish. This is not it. The big fish take time. They take work. They take, conversation. I know that Oklahoma is pushing hardcore for like Jay Cruel, who's a 5-star on some of the sites. You've got Valdon Sohn, who will be here on the 20th. Oklahoma can close that deal. That's another big one. They've got a good list of players that will be in town on the 20th to try to, like I said, close. And if Oklahoma can close them, believe me when I say, y'all then are going to be like, okay, my bad, Jay. You right. And I hope y'all say that because I want to hear it. I want to hear all y'all tell me I'm right. But no, seriously, there's a good list of players coming through. And then the next couple of days, I do expect more commitments to come down, especially tomorrow. There is going to be one more tomorrow. That's the expectation because if Oklahoma lands a player that I think they're going to go after, that's a good indication of another big name player that they could win. So keep your eyes open for commitments on the next couple of days. Let me know what y'all think. Hop in the comments. Of course, we'll have videos. We'll talk about it. We'll be ready to go. So, yeah, we'll do that. All right. Make sure you check out Coop's interview with Brian Harris. Really good one. I told y'all, I really enjoyed it. Coop's been killing it with the interviews with the players. Go check it out. They chopped it up. I heard Coop is working on another one. And if he makes it happen, y'all going to be stoked. I'll chop it up with all y'all next day or two. Peace.